Sir John Tyrwell and Donna Don Domingo of the Knights of Origo have begun their plan of vengeance against those who took the lives of their brothers. Before it could be enacted, the tainted pirates of Sartosa had to be put to the sword. Soon after, the greedy nobles of Tulea decided to turn on the righteous Crusade. They paid dearly for their heresy. Now the Knights of Origo marched to Miragliano, a major port city in Tulea. Soon their leader, Leonardo Catraza, the merchant prince, will pay for his treachery and his greed. We march on. As I mentioned before, Sir John Tyrwell and his crusade are getting ready to take Miragliano, a location that would be quite difficult and costly to acquire. For now, I would like to build up some siege towers, maybe 2 pairs of them. We're going to continue our siege, and we will now end our turn. I could fight them on a field of battle. That might be a better idea, largely because I do have Knights of the Realm. We'll end our turn right now. Sophia is on her way, and I do believe we're about to have a battle. And I would like to thank all of you for your feedback, and I'm glad that many of you enjoy the new format. I'll be editing out many in turns. The only reason why I've been able to kind of bypass a few early turns in our current campaign is because I really wasn't doing anything at all other than standing still and trying to build up an army and then move to a new location. That's really it. But if there's a lot more going on, then I will absolutely show it. Like right now, we're about to have probably a battle initiation. Their balance of power is in their favor. Usually, the enemy will try to pounce upon you whenever that is the case. So we shall see very soon if that is true right now. My mod collection is linked down below in case you do not know. And I would like to give a big shout out to all of my patrons who have been supporting me, making quality productions like this possible on my channel. Quality for me, I mean. Okay, we have a battle here. Let's get straight into it and see if we can win, where we're heavily outnumbered. My trebuchet is already beginning to fire upon their lines. I'll go over what I'm doing right now. I've got many of my cheaper soldiers out here with my trebuchet, in addition to my peasant bowmen. One trebuchet was destroyed by misfiring. Sir John Tyrwell and Donna Don Domingo are over here in the woods where they'll defend. The goal is to be in the trees, where maybe I can mitigate some damage from enemy ranged attacks. Tulea has a much larger army, and many more ranged units too. That will cost me dearly. As you can see right now, they're just charging right in. Here comes my trebuchet. That is a direct hit on their leader, or at least one that came very close. And here we can watch them move right into the woods. They even have a unit of dwarf warriors too. Dwarf warriors are quite hardy. They're hard to kill. They have very high leadership, meaning that they're not easy to break. But here we come now. While they fight, let's go back to our own main battle line. There's my trebuchet attacking. You can see that my men are trying to hold. The goal out here is to only hold and to use my peasant bowmen to destroy any type of fragile unit. What are my Knights of the Realm doing? They're riding out right now. Their goal is to go after the many mortars they have. If we look over here at the very rear, they have 3 groups of mortars total. That could easily eradicate my low armored army. And here they come. It's a battle that looks like I have no shot at winning. They just keep on coming. My Knights of Origo are fighting too. I believe a Paymaster bodyguard group. They have armor piercing if I recall correctly. That won't be easy for me to handle. My Knights are now charging in, right over here. They're moving past. I'm trying to get that group of 2. They had 2 cases of misfiring. Don't worry, we'll get the 2 of them. I'll try to work on my camera work over time, where I'll give you cinematic shots and overviews of what's going on. That way, we all know what's happening. I brought back that one Knights of the Realm group. Now all the mortars are entangled. We'll head back over here, where we can see that we're having a pretty difficult time. I'm using my field trebuchet for some deadly close quarters combat support. And while all of that is going on, I believe those trees did save a lot of lives over in the woods. Donna Don Domingo is out here somewhere fighting. I'm not sure where. Oh, there he is. We can always find him. He's a very powerful fellow. Donna Don Domingo is always right by him too. No matter what shot we take, No matter what type of location we go to, he's right there. Let's zoom out again. The knights made quick work of those mortars. They still have pikemen trying to follow them. It's difficult to go after all those enemies, and here are some broken lances who are charging back. Time for them to die. Now they're done for. There's more Chilean ranged units in the woods. These Knights of the Realm are going right after them. Right in the trees. There they go. Let's go check on what's happening over here in my main formation. Many Chileans are beginning to break, probably due to my filled trebuchet. We only have 2 left right now. Some men broke, some are holding over here out in this field. Let's go back into the woods again. For now, I'm using my filled trebuchet for more dangerous supports. Those dwarf warriors are really unwilling to break right now. They still have their general out here. Don Domingo and Sir John Tyrewell have taken extensive damage at this point. It seems like they're trying to help each other out, but again, it takes time to win a battle like that. Let's zoom out again. My knights are rallying and attempting to chase all the fleeing enemies of Tulea. Though because they all broke together like that, they'll probably come back, and when they come back, they'll be able to further entangle my Knights of the Realm, meaning that we're going to lose more of them. Our peasant bowmen are still going. I believe only one group has ammo at this juncture in the battle. In the woods, we can see that more Chileans are beginning to break. Finally! It took a long time, but they're finally beginning to break. That was really the goal, to try to take them out. These dwarf warriors are still standing and inflicting heavy casualties upon my army. Every battle, or nearly every battle we have fought so far in this campaign has been hard fought. It hasn't been easy. It's actually been to a point where I haven't known if we would be able to continue our campaign or not because of how difficult these fights are. And I have no choice but to win them. I have got to continue on, or we're done for. My Knights of the Realm are no joke, though. They've killed so many soldiers now. The battle is nearly over. With not too much left. We can see that my units are chasing them. And now we're back into the woods again, where that deadly conflict continues on. Ah, Sir Gaston. Even in death, do you still serve? Through all of the benefits of using Don Domingo and also Sir John, these men are able to hold. Even though I believe a very powerful enemy lord, a legendary lord, could really defeat them in single combat, they're so good at enhancing their fellow man. And I really enjoy using them because of that. Take out these Chileans. I believe the battle's now over. It seems like even the dwarf warriors have broken. The Knights of Origo are still out here chasing a few enemies. And we can see that there's bodies all over the battlefield right now. Even my filled trebuchet is still striking down some enemies. That was a good fight. That was a very solid fight. And if we look at it, a lot of my soldiers are quite wounded. We took some big hits in that battle. Men-at-Arms took a lot of damage. Sir John didn't get as many kills. Sir Gasol, the Determined, 25 kills. He's got a magical aura to enhance nearby soldiers of Bretonia. Well, I can't really say soldiers, so that would imply they're professionals. Who's over here? Sir John again. At 41 kills. My trebuchet, 256 kills total. That's a lot. That changed up the fight. And Don Domingo, 66 kills. The battle's over. Time to fight another one in just a little while. We still have that siege battle. That battle was very difficult, but thankfully we were able to win. What really drew a lot of difficulty to it was the fact that they had many more ranged units than I did. And whenever you're outnumbered and you're unable to get to your foes quickly, that can be quite challenging. But our Knights of the Realm were quite brave, and they did a lot. They were able to take out the enemy ranged units, and we were able to use their trebuchet to deal a lot of damage. Misfiring is really what broke down a lot of my trebuchets, not actually being hit in combat. Unfortunately, one group of battle pilgrims were wiped out. They fought well. Their sacrifice will not be in vain, and now we get to offer redemption. Let a few of them join us. They lost nearly 2,000 men. If only I could have a few more moments to replenish. I know I do not, and I could continue to wait. If they choose to attack me again, I should be able to win another battle. If I go in to fight in their town, I probably will not be able to win. As many of you well know, the towers of a town are quite deadly. And we specialize in field combat more than any other type of combat. Chaos stirs already. Pagan's infantry is now moving. Good for them. Don Domingo, I will now give you Northern Fury. Knights of Origo only care for their own personal vengeance against the filthy heathens and won't stop until every heretic in the battlefield is finally defeated. That is very true. We'll take it and wait again. I wonder if they would attack me. That's a really good question. You know, I really doubt they would. I could go in now. I've got 2 siege towers. I wasn't going to do it, but no. It's time for me to march into their town and put it to the frickin' ground. Let's go. These trebuchets are key to victory for me. No matter what I do, I've got to use my blessed field trebuchet to, well, anoint my enemies in combat with a giant stone. Look at that detail too, that's really cool looking. But more importantly, we could see that our enemies are lacking 1 tower. That tower is what could be killing hundreds of my men. Now we're also breaking down that wall. Back here, they have limited forces to defend with. It looks like we're gonna have a battle that won't cost me half of my men. In that previous battle we fought, our very first one for today's part, we lost a lot. Even Don Domingo and Sir John are quite wounded, but they're holding here for right now. The walls are finally breached. Everyone cheers. Everyone's quite happy about it. Okay, it's time now. We can begin to move forward. Their forces are trying to get ready for the breach. That mortar team only has 1 mortar. Now that won't do nearly as much damage. Imagine now, if I tried to attack these walls where they had full armies, and not only full armies, but 3 groups of mortars total. No way. I would have died. So now the trebuchet is being used to wipe out foes on the walls. They can get a few kills before we head in. That feels only fair. And let me know what you think about this here, but I may try to mix it up with a cinematic view, but also showing you the actual tactical information at hand too. If you let me know what you think about using both or just using one, that would be great. I'm new to this new type of format, so I'm trying to become better at it. In the very beginning of any siege battle, I will always use my artillery. I think having a lot more artillery can make it more interesting. More things go boom. There's another hole in the wall. And now we're attacking over here. They're still trying to react promptly to it, but there's only so much they're able to do, especially when their wall's about to come crumbling down. There goes another one. Here comes my siege towers. Now, I'm moving up these siege towers with one plan in mind. To make the enemy artillery misfire. Let's go look at it right now. There's only 1 of them. And closer to tabletop overhaul, it's meant to more so emulate the feel of the actual tabletop game. And so, artillery has a chance to misfire. Much like that mortar right here. They're trying so hard to lob those shots over, but there it goes. People died. After that, my siege towers can now move into position. Those siege towers didn't really take any damage from those mortars. And here we go. These men are now charging onto the walls to kill what's left of them. I like how they jump down. It actually reminds me of playing Mordhau, which I've greatly enjoyed. That game is a lot of fun. I'm not very good at it, but I do enjoy it a lot. Again, Sir John Tyreweld has led his people into another staging ground for victory. It took time, many died, but whenever you hear of one fellow leading so many battles to victory for your side, wouldn't you want to join him too? So while that's going on, units are beginning to move up. They're coming over. That Phil Trebuchet is still wiping out a few fellows. I believe that was only one guy who just got nailed by that shot. I don't feel bad for him. At least when you're being hit by a giant holy stone, you're just out. I don't know if you could even feel that, right? That head popped. I've seen it in Mordhau too. I've done that. Let's go look at who's coming now. Knights of Origo are charging right in. My Knights of the Realm are moving into another position, potentially to break down that gate. That's usually a tactic that I like to utilize while my foes are distracted. In the very beginning, I enjoyed just sending in a limited amount of soldiers. That way, we can limit our losses if they have any ranged units to use. We can let them do all of the damage. Also, they won't be tired from the battle if I have most of my army in reserve. If they're tired, they're not as effectual in combat. I'm trying to get this camera angle right. There we go. That guy doesn't care very much, does he? Someone should kill him. He's too indifferent to life. Now they charge in to fight those who are down here. There's a few dwarf warriors left. My Knights of Origo, I almost want to say Oreo, are charging in right now. At least onto the walls. And here we go, Sir John Tyreweld. He's a good guy, a great combatant. Don Domingo should be close by too then, right? We'll have to find him in a minute. There he is, right there. Now they're all pushing in on my lord and hero. But we're moving in too. I'm moving in many more soldiers now. Let's zoom out and see. Here comes the rest of my army. It's a lot smaller than it used to be. In the past, I had a lot more men. But that's okay, we're about to take a very profitable city. One that will fund many expeditions into the Southlands. No matter what, we now have a solid base of operations to operate from. That crusade, led by Sir John Tyreweld, has not yet truly begun. Right now, we're on what I would call a financial crusade. Their enemy leader was killed. It's over. The entire battle was won again. Let's go now. A decisive victory. We finally did it. We took the town. With minimal losses too after that major battle. I think they were largely spent, and we were able to hit their leader with our trebuchet. What a disgraceful way to go out. Later, pal. Alright, I could sack it to gain a lot of money, but we're about keeping our chivalry. If I was anyone else, sure, I would sack it and take that gold. But now we can maintain it. We can keep it intact. We do have a new right unlocked. Call against invaders. Bretonnians are no strangers to war or invasions. Bretonnians will band together to fight off any threat that seeks to infiltrate their borders, big or small. And we've gained a blessing of the lady. Your deeds in noble and glorious battle have attracted the Fae, an ancient lady who has seen fit to bless you with her favor as a reward for your heroism. So now we have gained the blessing of the lady. Not bad. A new follower gained, a pit fighter. Men fight better when their livelihood, not just their lives, is at stake. Fair enough. Alright, so now we're much stronger.
Protector of the realm.
Level 7 for Sir John. What about a vow here? Which I did forget about, I will admit. It's largely due to the fact that it's brand new. Okay, I've done a few things over here. Pledge to knowledge. Over to the left. A Grail vow. That would be fantastic, sure. But what about a questing vow? I suppose it can't be changed at all. Pledge to Manon. So there's a few things that I need to do. I wonder how I unlock the Grail vow and the Knight's vow over here. Unless I've already done so. No, I haven't done so. Well, I suppose I could pledge to campaign if I wanted to. There we go. Or that's what I have to do in order to get that. That won't take too long. I'm very new to that system. At level 7, we're going to pick up a new ability here. What shall it be? We're not going to be fighting Chaos anytime soon. I don't believe we will. We'll be fighting Skaven. That's very true. The Frothers. Most people hide behind their walls and stay in their villages, fearful to step out onto the roads that connect our settlements, like islands of light in a sea of darkness. We are the watchful eyes that keep the slender threads of civilization safe. Later I'll get the one for the Tomb Kings, but for now, I mean, we are fighting humans right now, but they're nearly gone. Skaven and Greenskins would be quite difficult, so we'll get ready to fight them. And done. We'll gain more weapon strength when fighting them, more melee attack for my army, more of a charge bonus, and will cause fear when fighting them, meaning they'll probably break rather quickly. I can't wait to get my Regiment of Renown. Let's go grab a few shields while we're here. 2 men-at-arms. So over here we have a smithy. There's my armory. I could get that at tier 4. +2 for armor for all armies. That's really good. These buildings are pretty interesting. And down here I'm gaining 300 more income from my industry building. But if I keep it, I'll lose any money I make from farms. Right now I do not have any farms at all. We'll keep our rally field for the time being. I would like to build up my garrison. I may have to change a building or two in a minute. A smithy is okay, but I don't really need it right now. I'll take the gold instead. And for a commandment, we shall take more control. I know we're bound to have many more rebellions.
Not likely.
Alright, I'll come to kill you very soon, man. But I believe we're done with our current turn. Let's go look around. Thagan's errantry. I don't know where you want to go fight right now, but I no longer need your help. I think maybe later, whenever they're weaker and we are stronger, they'll want to join me via a confederation. But now Talea is done for. Sir John Tyreweld has defeated him, and it really wasn't too difficult. Our damsel's coming over to the northwest now, and we get to end our turn again. Before we do so, let's change up our options right over here. There we go. I just want to make sure that we can move faster. Everyone's able to move faster. We can get rid of everything about our enemies in terms of information because we do not have a very broad front. It's not really that hard for me to just look at the map and find out what I need to do. But we have finally done it. We beat Talea. Look who has come back to play again. He's got no other home to go to. We can't blame him, can we? But we can destroy him. Goodbye. You've done well. You fought very well. But now it's time for your story to end. And what I need to do right now, I need to keep on building up. I've got to replenish and get ready for another big fight. Tombslayers. Defeating the undead is no problem to mighty knights of Bretonnia who know no fear. Another great benefit. We'll be immune to psychology when fighting against Tomb Kings and vampire counts too. I know one day we'll be fighting more vampires. Skavenblight. I wonder if I should come destroy you. I believe I will. My goal right now is to rebuild, and to hopefully not have any rebellions back at home, though that is quite difficult to manage. What I can do, I can build a tavern. That will help a bit. As for a rebellion, maybe Baron Thagan will help, but I highly doubt it. And here we go. The Tomb Kings have now begun to encroach into the lands of Baron Thagan. Hopefully he's able to hold on. He does control 3 locations. If he's unable to do so, we'll come down later to help out. Lizardmen over in Laqua, or Laqua's over in Bel Eliad, and it looks like they're having quite a difficult time. Later we can use that gold to fund our Grand Crusade. But for now, our Grand Crusade will lead us over here to Skavenblight. In only a few turns, if nothing happens in between, we'll be ready to go to Skavenblight. I'll lose a few men due to attrition, but we'll eventually make it. Hopefully one day we'll be able to engage in trade with our factions back at home. That would be great. That would help out a lot. Estalia likes me a lot. The Border Princes do too.
Absolutely not.
I suppose they understand the importance of our current crusade. They're like, hey, if you want to kill some undead for us, go on. You can do it. Okay, let's go back into recruitment. I'll take one more over here. And now we get to wait and rebuild our army. It shouldn't take too long. Baron Thagan has declared war upon the followers of Nagash. I cannot help but join in that war. My goal is to eventually defeat the Skaven over in Skavenblight, then settle down to destroy the followers of Nagash. We do hate Tomb Kings, right? But what could be worse than a Tomb King? One who has chaos corruption following them wherever they go. Thagan, you really have got to consolidate what you have right now. You're not going to win with your current format. Do your best. Kings of the Mountains diplomacy. Now dwarves nearby will like me. I wanted to pick that up because of Clan Angrund right over here. I don't want them to fight me anytime soon, or ever. My goal is not to fight them, but to fight only undead, Skaven, and any other evil around here. Naturally, if someone declares war upon us and they strike first, well, we won't turn the other cheek. We will kill, though. We will kill a lot. Here we go. If I do that, I'll gain more leadership when fighting the Skaven. They will all hate me. Sewer cleaning decree. The king decrees that the sewers should not provide refuge to abominations, or in our case, it'll be Sir John Tyreweld, who says, hey, we're going rat hunting today. And over here, I could use upgraded walls. Very true. These buildings are fascinating, though. Another paladin would be handy as well, but we could wait on that. A Grell Shrine. That only feels appropriate to get rid of any type of Skaven corruption, though it looks like we lack Skaven corruption right now. Hey, that's really good. Not bad. What about over here? A tap room. I'll take a tap room. Oh, and over here to the east, we have orcs to kill. Interesting. They've taken 2 locations. So before we can go back down here to fight the Tomb Kings, our ultimate foe, where we'll be for a very long time, I've got some more cleaning to do while we're up here. Not a problem at all. Donna Don Domingo. You've got much more to pick up on, my friend. It will take time, but we shall see. Donna Don Domingo, what shall I give you right now? Leading by example, peace and justice. Warrior, not warrior. More melee attack and melee defense. I do like that. Worry is a waste of energy. It can't change the past, it can't control the future. It only makes today miserable, so go out there and kill those heathens. I love that. Alright, we'll take even more infantry. I have no choice but to. My poor peasantry. No, really, they're very poor. Okay, public order is still not great back at home. In time, we may draw a new lord to our cause in order to maintain the peace. Hold on, Sophia. She shall join in. I wasn't going to have her join in originally, but you know what? Let her join in. She's about to be level 2. And as usual, I like to check in on diplomacy. I can't engage in any trade with any other faction right now. It's really unfortunate. Our income goes up, and now again we get to rest over here in our new port city. Baron Thagan is a madman. We'll always join in. And to let you know why I'm doing that, we're doing it from more of a roleplay perspective. We're trying to emulate the actions of what Sir John Tyreweld might do on his own. And what is happening over here? There's been a rebellion. The Skaven are not doing well. They may be destroyed without me having to fight them. If they are, I can move on to a new location. Another idea is that we could take Magritta. I won't do it, but I feel the urge.
Yes.
I'm not becoming greedy, but I understand that paying men to fight is not cheap at all. I was able to once again tax over here in Sartosa, so I did. Now we have more money coming in. Tier 3. Yeah, we'll take a level 3 settlement. Do it right now. The coast of Araby is not doing well, but my tavern is about to be built. Maybe that will help a touch. Sophia, join in. Very good. Now we'll have some magic. That little bit of magic will make a tremendous change, I'm sure of it. What can I give you? It's not too much I can give you. No. We haven't found too much. I wish we had some manner of forge to build items. I would love that. Holy items, too. Alright, we shall give it one more turn to see, because no matter what, I've got to heal up anyway. And it takes time to settle up the public order in a new location, though they seem to be fine over here. Alright. Well, my happy people. Let's get ready. My chivalry is over here at 87. A 10% chance for the Green Knight to appear in settlement defense battles. I picked up a modification for that because I thought the concept alone was really cool and thematically appropriate. He was known to pop up in very dire times in the history of Bretonnia. So, orcs, I would like to kill you. And over to the east, we have more orcs again. I wonder if I should extend my crusade to fighting orcs too. If I do that, though, we'll have to go very far out. The border princes should be able to pick up their own problems, but they seem to be unable to do so. What I may do too, I may give these lands of Zarexil and Korak-Buftad over to Clan Engrund. It sounds strange, right, to do so? But I really want to. Because I don't want to have to defend up here. I want to eventually move down here. Let them monitor the lands and the border. I would like to go. A hidden statue. On his travels, a knight by happenstance has stumbled upon a statue of a lady forged of solid gold. Many in the court suggest we bring it back to the city as a monument, but locals near the forest say it protects them from dark forces. What shall we do? Which one would be suitable for me? More melee defense? No. We'll take it. We've got to go fight in combat. We'll gain 15% more weapon strength and 15 melee attack, which is quite powerful. I'll be able to destroy my enemies easily in combat if I do that. At level 2, I will give you a point into Awakening of the Wood, Sophia. Your name and story will change in time. Okay. We can now move over here. Let's go.
Honor before glory.
We're ready for a new fight. Sartosa, you're pretty happy. Virus, you're not really that happy, but corruption is continuing to go down. Not like you make me a lot of money anyway. If we could get rid of all of that corruption, we'll be much better off right now. Who's over here? Usharan. Oh, we'll be taking down Usharan. We won't suffer him much longer. Lashiek, what about you? You're still standing. Well, Baron Thagan, good fortune to you, my friend. And in one more turn, I hope... Oh no, not one more turn. 2 more turns. Then we can move into Skavenblight. Skavenblight is only level 1 right now, which is our best opportunity to take it. Skaven walls and towers are so powerful. I don't want to deal with it. Not for too long. Oh, look at that. A confederation. We can do that. I'll do that right now, in fact. It's pretty daring. I'll have to move back home a bit. Ah, a trade agreement. I'll take that. Thank you so much. I don't want any manner of alliance. I mean, you're way up there, I'm way down here. But if we can make more money, I'll have to work on my diplomacy with every other faction out there. They should all like me. I'm doing a good job down here. I do not tread upon Bretonnian lands. I left your lands. Okay, Clan Angeron, I don't want your money. I do want your trade. Diplomacy that is actually working out. That makes me happy. Unfortunately, fighting Lakwa is going to be a requirement now. I didn't want to, but we'll have to. I am ready to parley. On it. Stalia would like to engage in trade. Our power has gone up incredibly so. We own a lot of land. And Baron Thagan has joined me. He's right over here at level 2. Roland, you're not really doing too much, are you? No, you're not. It's time to get rid of you, friend. Bohemond Beast Spitter. You're done for too, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. We'll have to come back home quickly then. You've got quite a few recruitment locations that you do not need. You have no walls at all. Why don't you? We'll destroy these 2 for now. And I would like my walls on our following turn if we can afford it. Where shall I bring you? Well, it really depends. We need a new commandment. Venerate the Lady. Let's get rid of that issue that we're having with our control. Taleia's over here. Martek I do not really want, but we'll have to keep it for now. The dwarves can keep it. And I think we'll play defensively on the coastline for now. Hopefully, the followers of Nagash are busy to where they're unable to assail our lands. I'm sure that will change. I can't build that brine mining pit, not yet. Bohemond, I'll bring you over here. Baron Thagan, you'll be back in how long? 5 turns, wow. Now that is a long time. Let's go look over here real quick. Virtue of the ideal. Oh, a lot of you are quite good. I could get another damsel. I like that idea. We'll take one for Heaven's Magic. Damsel. We'll use her to scout things out and to level up on the campaign map. Sure, it won't hurt to have more than one agent. And I believe we're currently done with our turn.
Armored in faith.
I still would like to go after Skavencide. We've got to do that before we leave. The orcs over here, I feel like I need to. If I don't, they'll take my towns. And I don't want that. But let's look at the map real quick. Here's how much I own. That changed quickly. I had a feeling that eventually Baron Thagan would join me, and he did. What a wise man. A very wise man. We have completed our sewer cleaning decree. Now Skaven hate me, as they well should. We'll gain more leadership when fighting them, and we'll gain more chivalry too. In addition to +1 to Untainted, we can purify the lands. I now have a quest issued. I didn't know that I would be picking these up at all, really. Now that's really cool. Errantry Wars, Knights Dark Masters. I've got to win that battle. I'll teleport over here very soon, though I'm sure it's quite difficult, right? It's going to give me 7,500 gold. Oh, that would be a difficult battle. I'll need more archers for it. Maybe knights too. Our scouts return with news that the remaining forces of Soran have been located. They have captured a nearby ruin where the father of vampires has started summoning more of the undead and is preparing for a great rite. If we let him finish his ritual, he will likely be unstoppable. We must stop him at once, for the lady. We'll do that in time, whenever I'm more powerful. I completed one quest, which I didn't do myself. The Strigos Empire was destroyed, but not by me. I don't know who did it. Who's over here anyway? Himri did it. Interesting. Himri might be my last enemy to fight. Cetra is the least evil of all those evil. The lady has given us her guidance once again. This time she suggested that we cleanse the remaining vampiric powers from Araby. However, we should dread a little bit of a typo here. We should tread carefully as these undead are led by the father of vampires, ancient and powerful Necrarch. That is true. That is true.
Blessings of the lady.
Okay, let's have a look around here at what I would like to build up. Walls. Walls are very important. We need walls right now. Walls to keep out all of the evil. Followers of Nagash, I've got to get rid of you. You know what? Instead, I'll bring you down here. You'll maintain guard. Bel Eliad. I don't really want to take you. Not right now. Okay, what more do I want now? Beastmen, Dark Elves, Chaos over here, Vampire Counts, Wood Elves, and Tomb Kings. I'll wait on fighting the Tomb Kings later. I don't want all the orcs to declare war on me just yet. I suppose we can begin to work on more income. Or why don't we do this over here? Why don't we begin to work on getting other factions in Britannia to like me further? There are High Elves and Lizardmen. True, there is a Lizardmen faction that we're fighting right now, meaning that we should be friendly to them and hopefully get a peace treaty. They're fighting evil too. Let them fight the evil. I don't even know if the lady would hate them. I'm trying to think about that. Maybe not. Okay, here we go. Time for a new war. Oh, you've got to go. Fortunately, attrition is not something that we need to worry about for our campaign. We've got a lot of tools to combat attrition, which makes us quite powerful. Okay. I need an upgraded wall at Al Hayik. Oh, we really do. We're gonna get one. And then we'll take Skaven Blight. I can't wait to destroy it. I bet they have another outpost over here, though I'm not really sure of it.
Yes.
I could get Sophia to go check, but it will take her a while. No, we'll keep her. She's got to level up with me in combat. Okay, Adeline Mountains over here. Martek, you're somehow happy. What about the coast of Araby? The coast of Araby, we can't afford our walls yet, but I will bring her down to come bother another faction. Who shall it be? The followers of Nagash. We'll go after them. That'll work. We'll do that. My money went up too because I now have enough locations to support all of my peasants. Finally! That took a long time, man. Over here, the Greybeard's prospectors would like a peace treaty. We'll take it. They were trying to treaty with me, and I believe that they'll be destroyed in time. They are friendly with Lakwa, which I would like to be friendly with them too. Who's over here? Did anyone take that location from Xandri? The Rakroff Dynasty. Okay. Now, the Broken Nose and Crooked Moon have allied. They have a Wa. Migration, I would lose control. I don't want that. Be gone. There will be no migrating here. I'm fighting a war. I don't have time for you to manage you. What about that new right? Call against invaders. All human factions will like me more. Our campaign movement range will go up by 25%, and our untainted will go up by 4. That's really powerful. But I would like to work on my economy. That way, when I'm done here, I'll have more money. I can finally tax you. Very good. Now I have more money. It took a moment, but we managed it. Alright, I've got to get you to build up a small army. It won't be large, sure, but it's got to be powerful. Knights Errant. We'll take that later. Get a peasant bowman. You could use one. Okay, young lady, why don't you come down here? El Hayik. Build up your walls later. And now we can go into battle, I believe. Oh, that's a lot of them. But let's go fight in Skavenblight. Oh god. They have a Warp Storm Doom Rocket. Clan Scryer has got to go. We're going to lose a lot of soldiers today. I'll have to spread out. Thankfully, as I've said before, we have the blessing of the lady. If we ever retreat, we lose it. I will never retreat. I'll try not to. Actually, you know what? That'll be my rule. That'll be my house rule. Sir John Tyreweld will never retreat. He will never leave his people to die ever again. They have reformed and they will win, or they will die trying to win. That will be his plan. That is his plan, actually. Welcome to Skavenblight. It was a very warm welcome they gave me. Wait, hold on. Did a couple of you live? My god, they did. Well, that was the beginning of my battle. They brought in some clan rats, nuked them, and my soldiers too. One entire group of brave Bretonnians are now dead, killed by our enemy's technology. It's time for revenge. I've got a blessed field trebuchet. They can bring in whatever rats that they want. The goal is to shoot down these walls. By killing their units nearby, I'm also hitting that gatehouse. Now it's gone. Back here, they're bringing in even more rats. These rats are really not a huge threat. They're more distracting than anything else, and that's why I had my peasant bowmen halt their fire at will. Orders. We don't want them hitting our own soldiers, whenever my own soldiers can easily take care of them. But here's my army now. Much larger than it was before. I can't believe we have a location that's only level 1. I wonder if Skavenblight was burned down before, or what has been going on over here. Evidently, they've had a hard time holding on to it. There's more rats again. We'll give it a bit until I break down these gates, because I'll be using my field trebuchet quite a bit, so let's give that some time. We've been going rat hunting lately. It's been a very effective hunt. Those trebuchets brought down 2 portions of the enemy walls. We have 3 entry points now. And our Bretonnian army is finally advancing. It's time to take them out. It's our first battle where we're able to use Sophia, our damsel. That magic is going to be quite effective at these grouped up units. She's got that basic spell called Awakening of the Woods. But it's quite good. At the very beginning, I think it's very important tactically, and I'm sure that many of you will agree, to soften up your foes. If you have ranged units, use them. There goes a few rats. It might not be a doom rocket, but hey, at least I can shoot more than once, right? Here comes our soldiers now. There are so many rats over here, though. Even though we've already taken out a lot of them, there's still so many more. What a Skaven thing. They're like, hey, what about if we piled up some rats on our rats to give you some rats, and we'll add on to your rat problem. Here comes another awakening now. Continuing to weaken these large groups of rats. There's our initial charge in. Go on, brave Bretonnians. It's time. They appear to be rather encouraged. I mean, no one's really fleeing in terror. Now it's just really about making sure that every unit goes where they need to. Sometimes, you know, the pathfinding can be irksome at best. It's a lot of arrows. So close to my own soldiers. There's Sir John Tyreweld. Don Domingo. Oh, he's right in the middle of it all. Okay. It looks like he's ready to kill more rats today. There we are. And from that fallen gatehouse, more soldiers are moving in. I'm really curious about Don Domingo. Moving back, I see. Sir John Tyreweld is with his men currently, trying to take out the enemy leader. That shouldn't be too difficult. He's already fleeing. To destroy Clan Scryer so early on is a huge benefit. If they continue to destroy Estalia and were able to take it over, could you imagine how many would die from that? We're talking about more doom spheres, doom rockets. We're talking about guns. I'm not here to do a last samurai charge where we're riding into a flurry of volleys. I'm not about that today. What a fantastic shot, though. Sir John lined up with his men shoulder to shoulder. We've got more soldiers pressing in right now, cutting down rats left and right. It doesn't really get better than that, does it? I like how he's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave now. I'm out. And we finally get to see our proper spell effects. Look at her, she's moving in too. She's like, look, I've been working out. Clearly, because she just launched a very heavy rat into the air. My God, lady. What have they been feeding you? She's like, I do Pilates. Don't mess with me. No, I believe you. Everyone is pushing in. Somehow the rats are not yet all broken. Another awakening. Such a basic spell, but it deals so much damage. Sir Gaston continues to fight. That's the name of our dead Grell Knight here. His group is completely surrounded. Will they perish? Over 100 kills already. My God, Sir Gaston. You're a champion of the people. Let's zoom out. More soldiers are getting ready to move through this gatehouse. That trebuchet opened up that gatehouse, and you can see all the bodies left behind. Sure, you may have been able to use a nuclear weapon upon me, a warpstone weapon upon me. But I feel like overall, we're coming out ahead in this battle. The battle with Skavenblight. They're finally all breaking. cannot believe that Sir Gaston had a pocket. I mean, look at that. They had a pocket of soldiers right in the middle the entire time. Many of these peasants died, but so many more stood and fought. And did well. That's pretty good. Here comes more Bretonnians. You can see that Sir John Tyrewald is also advancing too. We can move out into our more tactical view. They've broken. There's only a few to take on. Ah, it's a group that just will not break. I see. Everyone else is broken, so it's going to be like a Scooby-Doo villain chase. Wait, does that mean I'm the villain? No, we're chasing the villains. Skaven Blight had to go. We never really get to enjoy the visuals at all. It's pretty beautiful. The battle's over. We're just trying to make this last group break. I'm sure they'll turn around to fire eventually. Let's see what they do. Oh, they did try. Oh man, that's got a blow to be the last guy getting killed in a battle that should have been over already. But now that we're getting everyone to target them, they're gonna break. There we go. The battle's over. We did it. We've taken Skaven Blight. We lost 496 in that battle. Don Domingo killed many rats. Evidently he ate them a lot. Overall though, they didn't have any high quality warriors. None of their real technology outside of Warp Storm Doom Rocket. Sure, that killed a lot, but we were able to minimize the damage dealt to our army. I didn't have to use my trebuchet the entire time. I used it to break down portions of the wall, gates, and then I used my archers in addition to magic, and our lords too. I'm really impressed by my Gros Relique, or as they say in here, Relique. I really could have sworn that I've heard both used, but who knows. Either way, Sir John Tyrewald has won another battle. He's been winning and winning and winning. Time to occupy. Oh, wait, right, I forgot. It's a rat city. I can't keep you. Time for me to burn it down. I'll gain 30 chivalry for it. Goodbye. Confident attacker, 10 chivalry, plus 2 to leadership, and leadership order size up by 15%. Did we destroy that faction? If we have not, no we have not. Okay, there's one location to go after. Tobro. Maybe Bilbili too.
Blessings of the lady be upon
Alright, at level 9. What should I give you? The foaming one? No. Extinguish the heresy one day, but not today. Lionhearted. We don't have stand your ground yet. You know, basic training is way too good. I've got to take it. So we will. Alright, time to upgrade Miragliano. And I believe we're done with our current turn. Again, I think we might have to come over here to go finish off more Skaven. If only Estalia would go out to fight, but again, the Bretonnians are having to come to save them. No one was shocked that day. Yeah, I think we're ready. Oh boy, we have beastmen coming down to play. Thankfully, the Greybeard's prospectors are joining me, though it seems like tic-tac-toe is now back. Not a great thing for me down back at home, my new home.
valiant.
Okay everyone, I believe we shall call it here today. If you would like to see more tomorrow, do not forget to leave a like and comment right down below. And again, I would like to give a big shout out to all of my patrons who have been supporting me. Thank you for watching, and as always, until then.